Right now, say I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's A-grade, bro. That's right. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came in and signed the contract. Wow. So I'm talking to both of them on the phones like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What's Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Lewis is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yo. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports Show. I am AK the Apostle. Pray everybody's having a wonderful Friday. And all that. It's a lot going on in the sport of boxing. 2024 starting off a little. As we know, we do got, fights this weekend. We do got Callum Smith versus Arthur Beerbiev, which shouldn't be too much of a, some people bigging it up, but I don't think that's going to be much of a fight. I think that Beerbiev should dismantle him and get him out of there. Because, like I said, we're talking about a guy that wasn't, he had a decent run at 168, but he did get stopped. He did get beat by Canelo. And now you're moving up to fight the biggest puncher at 175, one of the biggest punchers in the sport, who's pretty much stopped everybody's face. I don't see that. The only person that I can see as a formidable opponent for him is Dimitri Bivol, but we're going to move on. Okay, another news. Errol Spence has broke his silence, and Errol Spence also had cataract surgery, and I believe that put the rematch between him and Terence Crawford in serious jeopardy. May or may not, but I think it should, and I think it almost says that rematch is not going to happen, but we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But we will see as time moves on. I personally feel I would rather see Terence move on to, now here's the thing, because Terence has been a hot topic this week. Even without wanting to be, first he has Earl with the eye surgery, and then Earl went on to list a bunch of reasons why he wasn't successful in that fight. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, even though, yes, they are excuses, and to me, I'm on record saying it doesn't matter. No matter what was wrong with you, no matter what was going on with you, none of that matters. And that's not me trying to be harsh towards Earl, but that's just the reality of the situation of whenever you got to wait for something, and when you finally get it, no excuse matters. Now, however, do I believe that he's telling the truth? Yes. But regardless of that, that's on you. That's on you. Is Terence Crawford's job was to do exactly what he did. The bell goes ding, I go across the ring and I go about my business. That's not on Terence Crawford. So, and it's not to take nothing away from Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford fought the fight. He won the fight. We're going to give him full credit. But do I believe Earl is telling the truth? Yes, because we all could see it. You know what I mean? And before the surgery even happened, right here on Let's Talk Sports, Coach Ron Sims said there was something wrong with Earl's eyes. But that's not and I didn't want to bring that up because I don't want to make excuses for Earl. No. Earl's biggest problem was the man across the ring. Terence Crawford was the better man. Terence Crawford, application to the sport, Terence Crawford discipline, Terence Crawford skills, everything about him was the bigger problem. So even if none of them things was the case, Terence Crawford would have did what he did. I don't know if he would have beat him as bad, but he definitely probably more than likely wins the fight. And if they find a way to still get the rematch, I believe Earl could probably make the fight more watchable. I believe Earl could probably make the fight more competitive, but I do believe Terence Crawford would eventually still come out as the victor. Teofimo calls out Bud Crawford. Foolishness. Foolishness. And nothing against Teofimo, but come on, y'all. The Teofimo going to 147, the Devin Haney's going to 147. I don't want to entertain none of that because there's a ton of smoke for everybody at 140. 140 is loaded with smoke. There's no need to try to go to a 147 division that's kind of drying out and falling, kind of simmering down with Boots lurking to try to find a way to solidify himself at 147. While we at that, while we speaking on Boots, Terrence Crawford has made it clear Boots Ennis will not get a shot, and that's not in the foreseeable plan. Basically, what it is, Terrence Crawford wants big fights, major money. You know what I mean? He wants mutual money, and right now he feels that the market and the people in the sport of boxing will not look at the Boots Ennis fight as a big enough fight or a big enough challenge for him. He don't feel he'll get the credit. You know what I mean? He don't feel he'll get the credit or the money that he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Now let me say this, my spin on that. If he's not going to 154, which I guess that's what he's saying. If he's going to 154 and he's going to take on Jamel or Tim Tszyu or what have you, no problem. I'm not even entertaining this him versus Canelo thing. That's not on my radar. If they put it together, it is what it is. But I don't foresee that's not a fight I particularly am clamoring for. I'm not one of them that believe that that's a fight that Terrence Crawford is going to win. Or I'm not saying anything is possible. Anything is possible. If he did that, he's definitely GOAT status or on GOAT status, and you can put him whatever. But I am not a fan of seeing somebody try to go up from 147 to fight a super middleweight from one fight to the next. If anybody could, he probably could be the one because he's definitely different. He's cut from a different cloth, but no, I don't see that happening. They made weight classes for a reason. Let Canelo fight David Benavidez, which should be in the pipeline. Let that happen. But like I said, if Terrence Crawford is immediate plan is not to go to 154, he can't. To me, put it like this: he can't fight nobody at 147 but Boots. That's my take on it. He can't fight nobody else. He cannot fight anybody at 147 but Boots. So if he's moving on to 154, which he has every right to, go to 154, Tim Tszyu, Jamel, or whatever challenge you see up there. Even if you're going all the way up to fight Canelo, okay, do that. But you absolutely cannot fight anybody at 147 other than Boots. I don't care nothing about you can make more money with Danny. I don't care if you can make more money with Keith Thurman. These fights are not fights that we believe are even challenges at this time. We clamor and we want the best to fight the best. If he stays at 147, it's Boots or nothing. So let him go to 154. But like I said, he has every right to make the decision. There's no saying nobody ducking nobody, but I just want, for my liking, I want to see a year of smoke. I want to see a year of nothing but smoke. You know what I'm saying? T.O. is locked into Jermaine Ortiz. So why he's talking about Bud, I guess, I don't know. But, that's what T.O. do. T.O. is a master of keeping the headlines going. So I'm not mad at him at that at all. Devin, I'm going to say it again. Tank, you got to answer the bell. I don't see no reason for Tank to fight nobody else but Devin right now. That's for Tank. Now, Devin, if you don't get the Tank fight, go ahead and fight Sandell Martin or Matias. Matias is screaming and yelling that he's calling out everybody under the sun and what have you. But I got a thing for you, Matias. And I promise you, boxing to DC, I will give y'all the receipts. And everybody that's watching this, I will give y'all the receipts. I will send you the receipts. Sergio Matias, if you're not fighting Devin Haney or one of the other champions next, you are fully aware that you was called out by Gary Antoine Russell. You responded to the call out. You responded and said that if you don't get one of the other champions, that Gary Antoine Russell could be next. Stand on that. So it's either you fight one of the other champions, Devin Haney, what have you, or not, then you got to give the young boy his title opportunity like you said you would. You know what I mean? And that's the route I think we're going to go. That's the route that I think should happen. So it should be, so the lineup should be this. You should have T.O. versus Jermaine Ortiz, Devin Haney versus either Sandor Martin or Tank. Then Sergio Matias, Gary Antoine Russell. Let Rolly and Ryan have the circus. You know, I got people fussing me down. I got people fussing me down because I never thought that Devin versus Ryan was ever a thing. That was something I was never banking on or booking. It was never a thing to me. I don't know why everybody was like all up and all like, who he using Devin's name? And I didn't care. All I knew is that fight wasn't going to happen. He called out Rolly after his last fight. Rightfully so, because he know that's an easy belt that he could try to go get. He also know they got history. He also know that's a fight that's easy to market. It makes more sense. It makes more sense for Ryan and Rolly. See what I'm saying? Because that way, and if y'all ain't see the wheels moving by now, it's clear that it's probably gonna be Ryan's last fight with Golden Boy, and then he's either coming to PBC or going to Floyd. Anybody can see that. That's why he's hanging around with Floyd. That's why he's hanging out with all these PBC guys. You notice he was training with Earl and them. Now he's training with Floyd and them. He's coming to PBC or he's signing with Floyd. No brainer. We can see it. You can't see that coming. I don't know what else to tell you. But it's clear that's what Ryan is doing. He's trying to get away from Oscar and Bernard and the DAZN thing. He's trying to get away from that. You know what I mean? He don't feel they have his best interest at heart. I mean, for whatever reason it may be. But that's clearly what he's doing. But the whole Floyd tampered with the fight, Floyd's the reason. Stop. Because I believe Oscar and them was trying to get him a fight with Devin because they can do all the zone card. They ain't got to worry about splitting, heads with, PBC or them over there. And it's a fight that he, even win or lose, they're good because they kind of feel that Ryan is leaving. But, I'm not going to lie. Of course, we know Floyd put a bug in his ear. You're going about it wrong. Go ahead and get this money. This is a title you can win, gains, all of that. So let that be that. Oscar's been snarling at everybody going crazy about Oscar making tweets about Floyd, but he's been tweeting about Floyd for 7 years now. That's nothing new. It's nothing new. We even got Shakur speaking out. He's clamoring that he's, destined to come up there and try to test those guys. And he's also saying he's even vouching for Sergio Matias, saying Matias need a fight. But like I said, Matias, you got your marching orders. If you don't get another champion, Gary Antoine Russell is your opponent. And that's a fight that I think a lot of us would like to see. But right now, I need the soap operas to stop. We need pens to get the papers, and we need some of these fights to get ironed out. In this comment section, talk to me. What fights do you want to see? Who do you want to see? But who do you want to see most? In the 140-pound division or around that division, what fights do y'all want to see made now, today? You know what I mean? Shakur, I believe, get Frank Martin if you can. Loma, El Rayo, somebody with a status of the name, dominate them, and then you can make all the noise you want. But a lot of people still just have a bad taste in their mouth of that performance. Bottom line, and we don't want to see, because you very well, and I believe he will. If he got in the ring with Devin or Tank, I believe he will put on a better performance. It's just right now, the public's not ready to watch it. The public's not ready to shell out their money for the fight in hopes you will put on a better performance. We want to see you put on a better performance on the stage, and then they'll all come running back and they'll all give you the trimmings and all of that. So with that being said, we're just gonna keep on chugging along. This is not gonna be a long today. We're just gonna chop it up on a few topics. But if y'all got something for me, talk to me in the comment section. What fights do you want to see? What's your predictions for this weekend? Like boxing, starting off a little shaky for me. Oh, Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua. No problem with it. The door's been open for this type of fights a while ago. And I think it's okay to let that happen. And I think it's, a good business decision for Anthony Joshua. No question. No question at all. No question. I'm gonna bring on a few guests. See if people want to come chew on some of this, what we talking about in here. But I had to, I just wanted to address some things. But like I said, and then they say Wilder. That's the fight I got a problem with. Wilder possibly fighting Zane. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I think Wilder. I think Wilder might need to sit that one out. You know what I mean? I think Wilder may need to sit that one out, go another route. You know what I'm saying? Go another route. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one at all. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Seeing where the boys at, see if they want to come in and chew on some of what I'm chopping up. But if they're not here with the next few minutes, like I said, we will do some NFL talks a little later today. Probably about 5:30. Got it like 5:30. Oh, let me also say, forgot to shout this out. Let me pull it up. Forgot to shout this out. In the DMV, they have a amateur event coming up this week with Coach Errol Davis. Got a couple guys from out the Russell Gym that's going to be in this event. Let me find that for y'all. Let me find that. It will be. Boy, what you doing? Let me find that. I gotta shout that out, man. Shout out to Coach Errol Davis. Where is that? But again, right now, what? Oh, Coach Sean the boss. Now you gotta come outside.
I'm on the phone. Remember, my camera messed up.
There you go. Oh, you still repping them birds.
My camera messed up though.
No, I can see you good. You good enough. All
right.
Leave it alone. Leave stuff alone.
All right. What's going on, my good brother?
Chewing on some of this stuff, man. I think 2024 starting off shaky.
Huh?
Stop moving stuff around. Make too much noise. Starting off shaky. Now.
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna start off with, right? The 140-pound division, right? Okay, what do you think about the whole T.O. calling out Bud stuff?
T.O. need to sit down, man. He just trying to get some energy behind him. He need to sit down. He need to sit down. We're not gonna listen to I had a bad night or I've been going through something again. Cause Bud would smash him.
Woo! Okay.
Bud would smash him.
Okay, Bud has came out and he shut down any possibilities of fighting Boots in it. So that I think that pretty much declared he's going to 154, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And then that would mean, either the Earl rematch, Charlo or Tim Tszyu, something like that, right?
Right. But ain't Tim Tszyu about to fight somebody else? They were talking about him fighting. Now, I had heard something about him and Virgil, I thought, but that I just heard. Don't worry about that.
Oh, that's right. Virgil Ortiz is at 154. Now, speaking of that, I never spoke on that. And regardless of what y'all want to say, it's time for Tony Weeks. That's 2 bad stoppages, my guy. Stop moving. Yeah. You fine.
I got you. I'm just trying to put it back in the junk. I got you.
Tony Weeks, the Rolly stoppage. Now this.
Yeah.
That was a horrible stoppage, man. The man was defending himself. He wasn't even getting hit by big shots or clear shots. You can't do that. Y'all can't do that.
I think somebody might be paying Tony, man.
And I like Tony.
Somebody. Yeah.
Cool dude, nice guy.
But I had read something saying that
I know what you're about to
he
say.
was aware of the guy. Okay. And if that's true, I understand.
No, because the all the people from the medical are refuting that evidence, you know, and they're really coming at him saying that he got to provide them with something to say that to put that for putting that in the public. Neither here nor there. Regardless of what he thought or what he heard was going on, the man didn't look in danger.
No, he didn't.
Okay. Now, let me say this. Okay, Ryan versus Rolly. Who should Devin be fighting next? Not who you want him to fight next. Who should he be fighting next?
I like to see him fight T.O.
T.O. got Jermaine Ortiz. Are people who are available?
He do. What about Gerd?
We got saying. This is the thing. His mandatory is Sandor Martin. That's his mandatory. How he's the mandatory, that's a different question. But that's his mandatory. And I don't have a problem with that fight. The fight that I would want him to get, that I want to see is him versus Tank. I just want to get that over with. I'm tired of hearing about it, get it over with. But since it probably won't be Tank, Sandor Martin, right? You're muted. Oh, man. You muted, big boy. There you go.
I'm back.
Sandor Martin. You cool with that fight?
Yeah, for Devin. Yeah.
Why you so reluctant to sign off on Sandor Martin?
Hey, you sounded like T-Pain.
Oh man, you gotta get your Wi-Fi together. Get yourself situated.
I'm not far from the base. But no, everything good now.
Okay, so Sandor Martin, I live with that. This is the situation for Matias, right? Because we all know Twan called out Matias. Matias responded to the call out. He's saying he can't get none of the other champions in the ring. So if you can't get another champion in the ring, you acknowledge the call out. You said you would do it. That should be next, then, right?
Right.
So so right now, okay. More than likely, Tank gonna rematch Pitbull Cruz. He gonna rematch Pitbull Cruz. Let's stop thinking. Let's get past what we want to happen. Let's just get to what's probably gonna happen. Let Devin fight Sandor Martin. All that going to 147 talk. I think it's. You just got the 140. You fought one fight,
right?
And it's smoke at 147. At 140. You got plenty of record at 140.
Right.
With more to come. With more people coming. But the one thing that T.O. is doing right now that I didn't want to happen, I want somebody to explain this to me. This is the question of the day. I left this open for purpose. What did Jermaine Ortiz do to get a title fight at 140? Ran my man on the screen. Answer that, somebody in the comment section. I'm not coming for T.O. or nobody, but what did Jermaine Ortiz do to get a title fight at 140? That's the question of the day. I need that answer by the end of the day. I need somebody to tell me, what did Jermaine Ortiz do to get a title shot? And I like Jermaine Ortiz. Like his peoples. They're cool. It's nothing personal. You got to keep saying that, because every time you say something about somebody on these platforms, everybody's where you hating or coming for people and all that stuff. But no, I want to know. Sean, when you get your stuff back, I'm going to bring you back up. But yeah. But I want to know, what did Jermaine Ortiz do to get a title fight? I need to know. What did Jermaine do? Because other people was champions in other divisions, and they said, hey, what did they do to get a title shot? But why is this man getting a title shot at T.O.? Come on, man. This is the one thing I said. I didn't want you guys to come up from 135 to go to 140, just to fight a bunch of people that came up from 135 and not fight the guys at 140. That's my issue. That's my issue right there. All right, we're gonna go through these real quick. One more time. I got one more person up here. Matter of fact, Maniac McGee, do you have a fight set up? You got a fight coming up?
Nah, not at the moment, but we aiming for the summertime.
Okay. What is that a picture of?
The bathroom man.
What's that about?
You don't remember Bernard? Bernard Hopkins told
Yeah, I understand that, but what are you symbolizing with your pick?
Yeah, he told Bill Haney he's the bathroom man. So I made a picture of the bathroom man.
Okay.
You don't like it?
I'm just trying to see where you're going.
That's it. This is the bathroom man. This is the icon. When you go to the men's bathroom, now for now on, you're gonna see Bernard head on there.
I got you. No problem. So what's your thoughts on that? Let me say this before we get too far. I'm gonna say this. I was disappointed in both of them. I do not want to look up and see OGs conducting themselves like that, regardless of what's going on. As men in 2024, we should be able to come together and be like, all right, I said XYZ, you said XYZ, but let's talk about it as men. I don't need you bobbing each other, jumping in each other's face, hooping that high. I don't need all that. So I'm disappointed in both. Respect to both of them. Don't matter who right, who wrong. I didn't like it. Go ahead.
Okay. So from a younger cat's perspective, right? Just because you're older don't make you OG in my eyes. And I say that because I see the people that I deal with that I look up to. You get what I'm saying? The people I rock with. I see them as OGs because they know how to conduct themselves. They have emotional intelligence. I don't think I ever see you out there acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever see, Coach Sean, a JM, or Joe or Matt. I ain't gonna see these people out here acting a fucking fool. So just because you're older, don't make you OG to me. And all they doing is showing me that they're older people with they lack emotional intelligence.
Well,
with all this fucking money, I'm sorry. With all that filthy money that they have, and they still out here acting immature. I don't like it either, but I see it from a different perspective, bro.
Okay. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of it. Like, people are like, oh my God, he stood 10 toes down, and then he was scared to go in the bathroom. Stop. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about a civilian and a former professional fighter. There's nothing greater. You know what I mean? You are a former fighter, professional fighter. Regardless of what this man did with boxing, he's not to the extent that you are. You're not supposed to be challenging civilians to fights. You understand me? You're there. You're there as a trainer and a dad. You're promoting your son. No problem.
I agree.
Now, granted, in this particular setting, no, the aggressor and the initial person was not Bill Haney, was doing nothing there. But you knew prior to coming there, you knew that you and this man had a situation. So by showing up at all, you're poking the bear.
Right.
See? So somebody go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Somebody get them on the phone, talk as men. And then next time we see y'all in the same place, we need to see y'all conducting yourself as men and showing that how OGs really do it. Not this. But go ahead.
That. Now, to me, I don't think they need to talk on the phone. I think what it is what it is. And if you knew they had a situation, or if they know they had a situation, we don't got to talk. There don't got to be no beef. We don't got to talk to each other. We don't have to interact with each other unless we conducted business with Golden Boy versus whatever DHP. We don't even need to speak. We don't need to talk. We don't need to do none of this. It's just I just don't like it, man. It's just immature to me. But all this standing on business stuff that people are saying, it's silly to me, man.
All right, moving forward, who do you want to see Devin fight next, or who should? Now, I'm not talking about a wish fight. I'm just talking about with the situation being that T.O. is locked in with Jermaine Ortiz.
Okay.
Who do you want to see Devin fight next?
To me, what makes sense would be Devin fighting Twan. Why not?
Well, it's mandatory Sandor Martin.
That's cool and all, but that ain't doing that for him.
I mean, we know we already know we not. See, me now being realistic, of course I want that fight bad. But I know we're not going to be able to leapfrog Sandor Martin being the mandatory.
We pay people step aside money all the time.
Who's willing to do it?
Why wouldn't they be able to do it? They in a position to do it. And if you claim that you're trying to make this statement of I'm fighting the best, why not? Because I mean, I don't remember Devin ever fighting a mandatory ever.
Okay, say less. I agree with everything you're saying right now. Stamped. This is official. He can't fight Shakur. They're not even in the same weight class.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him fighting Shakur, but
no, I'm talking to the comments. I'm reading the comments.
I've seen it, but can you recall Devin fighting the mandatory besides when he was only the WBC champion and they weren't giving him opportunities? Do you remember him fighting mandatory?
Yeah, Jojo Diaz was a mandatory.
Okay.
Yeah, Jojo Diaz was a mandatory, but what you saying?
How many belts he had with the Jojo?
One.
Oh, the WBC. Like I said, when he wasn't getting those opportunities, he fought mandatories. Other than that, when is Devin fighting mandatories? You mean to tell me now all of a sudden it's imperative?
No problem. You got that. Like I said, you came with a different case. I like that case. Then we got Boots Matias, who, let's say Devin fights his mandatory and fights Sandor Martin, right? Ryan will get Rolly naturally, which is the fight I wanted because I wanted the circus to go on. Let the circus go over there. We don't need them to getting separate fights, getting separate people. Let them fight each other that way. That situation's out the way. But here's my situation with Matias. Matias, if you don't get Devin Haney, actually the fight for Devin should be Tank.
You know I love that fight.
So that's the fight that should happen. But Tank is more than likely going to fight. Tank is more than likely going to fight.
What, Pitbull?
Pitbull Cruz. So, but here's the thing with Boots Matias. He got a video calling out all the other champions, saying they all scared of him, and everybody saying he the boogeyman. But Twan called him out. He acknowledged the call out. He responded to the call out. So here's the thing. If he don't get one of them other champions, then the fight we should see coming up should be Boots Matias and Gary Antoine.
Yeah, that sounds good. But I call Cap. I think I feel like he's just checking the block for real. Saying, yeah, I want all the other champions. Of course they're gonna say that. But do you really? If you want to fight the best, so they say, do you really?
So what are you saying? Do you think he'll give my man a shot, or you think he'll find a way not to fight him too?
I don't even think he'll do that. He said he want a lot of champions. I bet you do. But you say you want to fight the best? Sure, I hear you. He's not going to do that.
Okay, here's my thing. So there's two people that called his name that acknowledged it, that they will fight him. So one of the two, I'll take it. All I want is my man to get his shot.
Respectfully, bro. Until Twan back these people in the corner, bro, they're not going to fight him. And that's just from a fan's perspective because they know what they see. Until he backed them to a corner, well, I ain't got no choice. Because I guarantee you, we were just talking about Devin. His mandatory is Sandor Martin, right? Now, if that was torn, I guarantee you that alley-oop some step aside money. I guarantee you. Until he bagged him to the corner, they're gonna avoid this man for as long as they can.
Okay. So, like I said, with that being said, I mean, this is where we at. I think 140 pounds is definitely the hottest division in the game. I'm gonna get to a topic that I'm sure you got a lot to say about. Errol Spence has had cataract surgery, in which cataract surgery led to a plethora of tweets and back and forths between a bunch of people, and he said a lot, which many of us are going to view as excuses. And as I said, no matter what they were, true or not, they're invalid. I'm on record saying that. But what is your thought on what you're seeing?
First of all, shout out to Errol, man. I like him. Cool dude, chill. You know what I'm saying? Laid back family, man. But we talking about as a boxing fan. One thing I know is cataract takes a while to develop around your eye. This is something that just didn't come up out the blue. You know what I'm saying? This man has been hiding for damn near 6-7 months. And you telling me all of a sudden now you want to get cataract surgery? They could have seen that cataract was around your eye when you had a torn retina. You know this was developing around your eye. But my biggest issue is him saying, why do you think I got hit so much? Are you crazy?
All right, so here's the thing. When he started spilling all of the stuff, I wasn't living the right out of boxing. That's true. And we all knew it. But
respect to that.
When he started doing all that, it's like, bruh, you letting social media get to you. Okay?
6 months later?
That's what I'm saying. You was 10 toes down on making no excuses. You was 10 toes down or not putting nothing out there. You should have just did the surgery and just said there's something that needed to be done, moving on. But you let these social media cats bait you in. You know what I mean? Because of course, once you open Pandora's box, they coming. The trolls coming out.
I disagree.
What?
When he said, even if I have an excuse, I wouldn't say it, that told me everything I needed to know right then and there.
What do you mean?
He said that directly after the fight. Even if I had an excuse, I wouldn't tell y'all.
Facts.
And now we starting to see, this is why it seemed like he just also active. All of a sudden, he just spilling the beans all of a sudden. This is what you've been wanting to say.
Well, here's the thing. A guy we know, respect a lot, got a lot of respect for. Before this surgery came about, a guy we respect came on this platform and said there was something wrong with his eyes before the fight. And that was Coach Ron Sims. I could find the clip. I could play it. Coach Ron said there was something wrong with his eyes before the surgery. Before anybody said anything about the surgery, Coach Ron said there was something wrong with his eyes.
Okay. So now that goes back to why are you using this as an excuse for him? Because all of a sudden you lose. Nas, this is why I got hit so much. Because Ugas hit you with good shots.
But see, here's my thing for you. Here's what I'm saying.
Sean Porter hit you with good shots.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying none of the excuses matter. They don't matter and they're not valid. So before we go down that tangent, I'm not using that as an excuse for why he lost.
It's an excuse, though.
No. This is what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying to you, the claim could have some validity. It doesn't matter, but it could have some validity to it because, like I said, before anybody said anything about a surgery, I'm talking about prior to all of this, somebody came on here and said something was wrong with his eyes. So what I'm saying is, it didn't drop from the sky. How did he know something was wrong with his eyes?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It goes back to my original point. Cataracts just doesn't show up out of nowhere. This is a process, right? So, if you knew something was wrong with your eyes, why all of a sudden now you're trying to get it done and use that as a baseline and a foundation to why you got hit so much by Bud.
Valid.
That's all I'm saying.
That's valid.
I want the man to come back. I'm glad he said,
Valid.
y'all think I'm retired. You know, people are crazy if you think I'm retired. I'm glad to hear that. Me personally, like I said, I like Errol. I was mad that he went in hiding. Why? We gonna rock with you regardless, bro. Yeah, you got whooped for sure. As a Bud fan, and as a boxer, bro, it's okay. We take L's. But you're not above the law to where you just go and hide and like you ain't show up for your man's fight. They was there for you getting whooped. You went there for your man's to get whooped. None of them. So I'm saying like, yo, like, what are you doing? We rock with you regardless, just based off your personality and your character. We rock with you. What you going and hiding for? And then you come out with this? Nah, bro. I don't like this. I don't like it.
That's good.
But I'm glad he back and he not retiring. I don't give a damn if he don't fight Bud next. If he don't fight Bud next, I want to see him fight again.
I think it's a full-blown conclusion that fight is probably not next, and I think they're probably running around trying to figure out what they're going to do to keep, these guys in a good space, in a good place, and still give them quality fights. But right. I think that's the grind that's going on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He don't need to fight Bud next. I don't need to see them fight no more. I just want to see him fight. Yeah. You feel me? I want to see him come back and bounce back, bro. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, so we'll see where that moves on now. Are you one of the people that want to see Bud fight Canelo, or you just want to see him fight one of the guys at 154 like Jamel?
Me personally, bro, I'm a simple boxing fan. It don't matter who they fight to me. I'm just glad to see these guys fight and make their bread. Now, if I had to choose who he can fight, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Canelo. But shit, he can fight Boots next. He can fight Keith Thurman next. I'm gonna be satisfied just watching him ride off in the sunset regardless. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying about Errol too. If he coming back at 154, he fight a Tim Tszyu, or he fight Charlo, which probably won't happen, or he fight he can fight Erickson Lubin for all I care. I want to see him ride off in the sunset. That's me as a boxing fan.
All right. And one more thing. What's your prediction for Beerbiev and Callum Smith?
I'm gonna go with a 5th round stoppage. Just because I think Callum Smith he'll move around a lot the first couple rounds, then all of a sudden he gonna sit on the ropes and get punished on. And I go 5th round stoppage, 5th, 6th round.
One more topic. We got a situation going on right now. And it look like that it's not going away, and it look like it's catching steam. And that's the situation we got going on with our women. We got a situation going on with the women, man. What do you think of that situation?
To be honest, I don't think about it. I think it's literally just bickering back and forth. I don't think it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen at all.
Why is that?
Because I mean, I'm not saying she can't, because she can do whatever she wants, because she already defied the odds, right? I just don't see her at 147. I don't see her making 147. Not saying she can't. I don't see it because I haven't seen it. You get what I'm saying?
All right, so here's my thing. I asked her, right? I said, what if Clarissa can't make 147? Is 154 possible for you? Mm-hmm. She said she was willing to fight these MMA girls at 147 so she could fight me at 147.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, right?
I asked the question, y'all. I asked the question.
Now, we're talking about a whole different sport, too. Now, I get the weight might be the same, but it's a whole different effect on you, right? So, now, as much as, I love Alicia, you know what I'm saying? As much as I love her, I think they're just bickering for real. I ain't gonna say she clout chasing, but she bickering because at the same time you chasing Clarissa when you can run Michaela her fade back what she been asking for, or you know what I'm saying? How about Katie Taylor? That's a big fight. Or what about Amanda Serrano? That's a big fight. That's more realistic. What are you bickering back and forth with Clarissa Shields for?
Hold on though. Let me think about that because I know that Michaela May about to fight Jonas, Natasha
Okay.
Jonas.
Yep.
But what weight? Let me go. I need to clarify what weight that is because I think Michaela done moved up.
Okay. Either way,
Michaela
it's moving up, right? So you willing to move up to 47 to fight Clarissa, but you're not willing to move up to fight nobody else or move down to fight nobody else? Nah, we ain't doing that. You're not finna sit here and chase Clarissa, who's a whole 2-3 divisions ahead of you, well, above you, and then you got people with smoke that's near you. That don't make sense. I'm gonna start calling this the Canelo Charlo effect. That's exactly what this is. Canelo Charlo effect.
Yeah, they fighting at 147.
Come on, man. What are we talking about right now?
So they fighting at 140. Michaela May is fighting Natasha Jonas at 147. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Be clear. That ain't gonna be no easy fight for Michaela.
Nope.
Ain't gonna be no easy fight. Natasha Jonas, she was hold on. Natasha Jonas trying to jump up some weight classes too, because all her fights have basically been at 140. You know what I mean? But she has been in there with Katie Taylor twice. She has been in there with Mary Eve DeClaire. I don't want to say her name wrong, Terry Harbor. So she been in the ring with some folks. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be an interesting fight. I don't know who I pick.
I think that's 50-50 though. That's 50-50. But I do think Michaela, she gonna have to be very active, bro. She gonna have to have a high volume in that fight. And I'm not sure how that's gonna work out for her.
But I need that. Okay, with that being said, realistically, Alicia, go try to get it on with Amanda, the winner Kaylee. I mean, because you're right. You got Amanda, you got Kaylee,
on, man. Yeah.
You got Chantel Cameron.
Like, come on,
yeah,
man.
We got smoke out here. We got smoke out here.
But check this out though, AK, right? Now check this out, right? How much now? Okay, who made the highest purse in recent years in boxing?
Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano.
So if it's money you're after, right? Why not? Who fought 3 rounds? Who fought 3 minute? 3-minute? Who fought 3-minute rounds as a woman?
12 3-minute rounds. The only person to do it is Amanda Serrano. And you was at that fight. Hold on. And you was at that fight because you commentated that fight.
So why?
She did call out Amanda. She did.
Yeah, but I know you calling them out. Let's make this happen though. But I see you doing all this with Clarissa though.
Right. So is it now let me ask you what if her argument with Clarissa is she just want to prove she's the best?
So if you think Clarissa's the best, say that. Say that. Obviously, she called herself the GOAT, right? We see what she accomplished. If you think she's the best, say that. I want to challenge myself and I want to fight the best. Say that.
All right.
To me, it's that simple.
All right. Now that sums it all up. In the meantime, we still
know I love her.
I know you do. I'm working diligently to get an interview with both of them and get them on here. You
gotta have me on that.
Listen, I talk to me and Clarissa talk back and forth all the time. So I don't know, man. I need Clarissa in here, man. And then Alicia only said like 2 things thus far. So I'm waiting for her to hear back from her though.
For sure. I'm gonna slide in her DM, make sure she pull up on You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be Ray Allen if you pull me
Gotcha.
up on the platform.
Oh, you definitely coming on the platform, cuz say less.
I'm about to be Ray Allen.
I know that's your crush. I'll definitely bring you up. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, yo, we're gonna get up out of here. Maniac, tell the people where you at, what you got going on.
Hey man, first of all, shout out to my dog Pies, man. Let's talk sports, y'all. It's Maniac McGee, professional boxer 4-0, Army combat veteran. I should have something coming up in the summertime, but just stay tuned, man. You know, we just gonna keep dropping this content. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing as far as boxing wise, and we're gonna keep networking, man, and making sure we doing better than we were yesterday, bro.
Salute to you, my guy. I gotta go get these babies, but appreciate you dropping in. I'll be back, y'all, about 5:36 doing the NFL talks and picks of the week, but we're gonna keep it pushing.
All right, bro. Peace,
All right,
bro. Love you,
champion.
dog.
My man, appreciate you.